Tell me how you learn. That's the motto of our video series, in which people share their personal experiences, tips and insights on learning.
So the internet's great for learning. If I want to search out how to code, I'm going to go to the best coder in the world and see what they teach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to learn from the best.
Today we are in Nazaré, 1 hour north of Lisbon. Nazaré is famous for its big waves and the big wave surfers. Toby started surfing big waves when he was only 16 years old. In 2003, he won the XXL Biggest Paddle Award. Until today, he says he's ready to learn on every step he takes, and it's necessary.
To surf Nazaré, I had to learn how to maneuver my way around the ocean, especially in like bigger surf, and how to calm down and stuff. And through that, it takes years to do that, you know? So, and it's actually a passion of mine, so it's pretty easy to want to learn how to do it. Otherwise, if you're not passionate about something and you're trying to learn something, it's useless. Essentially, I go for my strengths, and I knew that the ocean is my strength, you know?
So looking back on your surf career, what were some big moments you remember when you say, wow, there I've really taken away something?
Oh, okay. So I think the first day I've ever surfed big waves, like big waves. I went to a big wave spot. I was asking people on the way out, hey, how do you survive a wipeout? You know, like, what do you do and stuff? And, you know, I just remember a lot of people kind of piecing together a puzzle for me.
How do you prepare for such an event, you know, going out there when you know tomorrow is going to be a big day, the waves are coming in? How do you prepare?
I just want to make sure I have a really good team together. And other than that, I don't really do anything differently. For instance, you know, I know a lot of people here, they do breath holding and all that stuff, and I don't really do that. I don't do actually any breath hold training because it's in your mind here. Like, if you have a 20 meter wave or whatever, it's going to smash on top of you. I don't care how good you are at holding your breath. If you can't keep a calm mind, then you're gonna die.
I think this path out there, I've been watching probably little waves, you would consider them little waves, but still the guys, you know, the path between the beauty of the wave and the nature and then the power of destruction on the other side, it's pretty narrow.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
But
it's a fine line.
You go out every day, but what keeps you going?
Definitely passion. I love being out in the ocean when it's huge. I've always liked that. So ever since I was a kid, I always wanted bigger, always wanted bigger waves every time. I just wasn't satisfied.
And when you think about animals,
yeah,
from what kind of animal would you love to learn something?
Oh, I think dogs. I mean, they can get away with anything. I love learning from dogs because they're always happy. They love just being in the moment with you. And so, in other words, you could be thinking about 20 different things or whatever, and dogs are just happy to be with you. Yeah. That's it.
When you learn, what kind of role does the digital play there?
The digital?
Yeah.
Like the internet?
Yeah.
So the internet's great for learning because, you know, before when I was growing up, I didn't have the best people in the world at certain things teaching me. Whereas now I have if I want to search out how to code, I'm going to go to the best coder in the world and see what they teach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to learn from the best. I'm not going to learn from the second. I'm not going to learn from the third best. I'm going to learn from the best.
So how has your passion influenced what you do else in your life?
Definitely a lot. I think surfing has definitely influenced me a lot through my life because I realize what I'm capable of.
You were saying earlier that, you know, that you had quite some people who were guiding you along the process. If a guide or a coach or a teacher would make any kind of mistake, which kind of mistake would you apologize? he would do?
You need to do mistakes because they're like building blocks of your learning process. So if you don't make mistakes, then you're doing something wrong probably. You know what I mean? At least if you're not being told if you're making a mistake. So it's good. Like anything is fine. Like I made plenty of mistakes out there.
If you would have to pick one big learning experience or one big event out there, what would it be? Which happened to you?
I guess I wiped out pretty hard 2 years ago. And in my mind, I just wanted a wave. You know, this is what I was here for. I wanted a wave. I've been through some crazy wipeouts before, so I'm like, all right, I can handle it, you know? So I got towed into a really big wave and then ended up losing all my speed at the bottom of the wave, which I shouldn't have been there in the first place, and got almost knocked out by the explosion of the wave. And so I was underwater and I could hear like this ringing in my ears, like, because, you know, if a boxer gets hit really hard, ringing will happen in its ears. So it was a slight concussion. So I was underwater and I was pinching myself like, am I awake? Like I'm just pinching my wrist and think, okay, I can feel it. You know, I'm pinching myself really hard just to make sure I can feel it. And then I came up and I didn't have a rescue ski. So that was really important. I needed a rescue ski out there that day. And so a couple other people came in to rescue me. They ended up flipping their ski. And, you know, that just turned into complete chaos.
So what kind of advice would you give to people who are coming here and want to surf the big wave?
Advice? Well, I think the hardest thing that they'll have to learn is actually the human aspect of everything out here. So in other words, surfing is the easy part. Driving is actually somewhat the easy part as well, compared to how hard it is to find a team out here.
Thanks a lot, Toby.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope you liked it and please come back to our next episode of Tell Me How You Learn.